Hi, and welcome to the Rave TV. I'm Allie here with Fallout Boy. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks. Thanks
How are you guys today?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, just back again.
It's your 10th show here.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was 10 shows. We
Yeah,
were trying to
isn't
figure
it?
out how many it's been.
10 shows. Isn't that ridiculous?
It's pretty insane.
Most of them in the ballroom, too, which is awesome for you guys.
Yeah, it's wild.
So the last time we saw you guys was almost a year ago to the day. So how has your year been? How has 2014 treated you guys? Do you have any moments that kind of stick out in your head?
Evidently not.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. No, it's it's been crazy. We just kind of hit the ground running,
Mhm.
I don't. There's so many memories, It's kind of like the Three Stooges trying to get through the doorway at the same time. Like, what do you even pick,
Yeah, every year just seems faster than the last. So I can't remember anything.
Or furious.
A great day for me was each day that their children were born. I guess it wasn't big for them, so. But I loved it.
Yeah.
Not you guys, your children?
Obviously.
Andy says that his great days were your children being born, but not you
I'm
guys.
just kidding. That was the worst days 'cause I lost my dads, my 3 dads.
Oh.
Yeah. We can't take care of them anymore. We don't have time. We got to take care of our kids. I'm sorry, Andy.
So the Youngblood Chronicles are all finished up now. Elton John is God. It's crazy. Joe Goes to Hell.
Parties.
Are there? Yeah. Were there moments in there where it was just like really fun to be making them and like having the people working with those artists again?
I think there were like moments, when you're like, oh my God, we just, sprayed blood on Elton John, or seeing him play, say, rock and roll on piano or between takes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or hanging out with Tommy Lee or, Foxes. And there was also a lot of moments where it was like, making a continuous narrative over this long is both problematic and can kind of be like when you're shooting it on the budget we were shooting it on. It's like there were times when I was like, I don't envy people who do this as their job, or whatever. It was cool to do at least once, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice to play, play pretend being like, on a TV show or something, and then realizing, oh, this is a real job too.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the Centuries video. What was it like making that? 'Cause that must have been kind of fun to make.
Yeah, the Centuries video was interesting because we had to shoot it when we were on tour with Paramore, and we basically flew into Canada literally between shows, and shot it and flew out, and then we shot it in this old military fort there that we could kind of make look like the Coliseum and stuff. It was, I don't know, I feel like it's always fun to do videos that are different than the ones you've done before.
Yeah.
It was an old military fort built to keep the Americans out, and that didn't seem to work, I don't think.
And is that going to be a video series? 'Cause at the end, Rick Ross comes in and it kind of.
That's the start of Rick Ross's video series.
There we go. And let's talk about the new record, which is out January 20th, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. First of all, how did you guys come up with the name for that record?
We were working on a group of songs, and one of the songs in particular, like that was urgent, American Beauty, American Psycho, that I guess Patrick put together the vocal on. I don't know. I think it was the minute I heard it, and the minute I think everyone heard it, we thought it was maybe potentially the title track. It also, I think, fit thematically a lot of what the lyrics were kind of talking about on the record in general.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when we title records. Pete'll typically come up with something, and you just know. He'll say it, and you'll be like, "That's right, that's it, that's perfect." And when we were going through the lyrics to that song, that just jumped out, where it's like that. That phrase came out, and I'm like, "That's it. That's the title." You know. So.
And what can fans expect off this album? Is it just kind of a growth from Save Rock and Roll for you guys?
It's a little bit more cohesive than Save Rock and Roll. I think one of the things that was so great about Save Rock and Roll was that it was everything sounds so different. Every track from track to track sounds completely different to me.
Yeah.
But rather than trying to follow that up with that same kind of wild structure, I wanted to do. I thought, like, for my contribution, I wanted it to be a little bit more like different versions of similar feelings. So the whole record kind of goes through. I wanted us to make a record that sounds like the same record from start to finish. You know, not the same song, but you know.
And what's next for you guys? Obviously, you're releasing the record. Are you guys gonna be touring a bunch off of that record? I'm assuming.
Yeah, we go overseas and we're gonna launch the record. We launch the record in Chicago, and then do some stuff in New York and LA, and then we will be in Europe, and then after that we go to Australia and play festivals, and Asia and play festivals, and start the year off. And hopefully then in between all of that, get home and hang out with our families and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another sold-out show. We love having you guys. Please come back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the Rave TV. Be sure to check out Fall Out Boy's upcoming album, American Beauty, American Psycho. We'll see you soon on the Rave TV.